All right, good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you enjoyed the new format that I think I'm going to use going forward. Yesterday, when I just have like one small trade, instead of making a whole big, long, drawn out video about it, just probably going to do a short like I did yesterday just to cover it, just to show you guys and have the transparency out there, but not have to sit through a whole long video and scroll through and skip all the other stuff of me talking for it. But today, did get two trades in, including a 500 share starter. So we're going to break that down into today's video. Let's go list trade. Okay, so the first trade today was here on Wall, and I've really been trying to avoid trading these bank stocks ever since the banking sector crashed here recently. But I was looking at it, I was like, man, I haven't really seen anything make a move today. If it makes a nice push up through the highs here, I could possibly consider a try here in this one, up at least through the 33.50. So that's like a point move here in about a minute or so. So I'm thinking about Wall here. I don't really want to do it. I'm trying to like both talk myself into it and out of it at the same time because I don't really want to be trading the banking sector. But we'll watch it and see what it does here as it approaches the 33.50 area, which was my first idea. But it comes up to it and it kind of hits a wall there. So I'm like, yeah, let's see what it does here through 33.50. And it makes a nicer move up through there. So I go ahead and adjust my order entry box and I put an order out for 100 shares, trying to get filled here at 33.74 for a short. So I get filled there, 100 shares short here on WAL in at 33.74. And we will see what it does. So in with the short here, looking for a nice move, ideally back down towards 33. I feel like it can do that pretty easily. In this case, it does start coming down almost immediately after I get in here. So I'm like, yeah, we'll see what it does. Maybe it can make a nice quick move back down towards 33. At least, down towards the 33.30s before I start thinking about taking off any kind of shares here. I think I can piece this one out into halves if I want to. So just kind of watching what it does here. The bid's coming down into the 33.30s. Here comes the ask into the 30s, and I go ahead and click the button and get the fill there in the high 33.30. So I'm out half of my shares there. Got 50 shares left here, and just gonna see if those can now make the move back down to or under 33. Ooh, as I'm watching the market crash to my right as I'm filming this video. What's today? Tuesday? Who's talking? Anyways, so that's the idea here on WAL. I was trying to see if it could get back down towards 33 with the remaining shares, but it also was the banking sector doing whatever it kind of wants these days. So when it did go up and make the new highs there, and then it gave me a little pullback under my entry, I just decided to close this one out, take the small win there for 19 bucks in WAL and move on to something else, which in today's case was PRTK. And I'm starting the video a little bit early on PRTK on this trade just to show you what my thought process was. I was watching it here for a pop through 150 to see what it could do to get some shares in here. Was thinking, yeah, maybe it'll pop 5 cents or so, and then I can get like a 10-cent pullback. But watch what it does. Boom! All of a sudden, it pops up 12 cents in the matter of seconds, and then pulls right back down all the way under 150 again. So I'm like, okay, well, that was interesting. Not really what I expected it to do there, but you know, maybe it'll give me an opportunity and make another move kind of just like that. So I started thinking about it to myself. I'm like, okay, well, if it does it this time, it will have just reclaimed that big candle move that it just made. And then where would I want it from there? Well, I think the next 10-cent mark in the dollar, 10-cent increments would probably be a decent area to be thinking about. So I'm like, okay, if we start to make a move up towards the highs here relatively quickly, I can be thinking about putting an order out at like 170. And you can see it pops up towards the highs here. So I'm thinking about, do I want 170? How many shares do I want? Yes, I do. I put out that 500 share order at 170, looking for basically like the exact same move. Is kind of what I have in my brain here of what I'm looking for out of PRTK. Obviously, it's got to break through the previous high move there that it made to 162, and then we'll see if it can, in fact, make that big quick move, get me a fill, and then find me a way to make a little bit of money on this one. So just got the order sitting out there at 170. I don't normally do it like that. I normally wait for the move and then kind of judge it based on my experience and feel with these. But in this case, I felt it was warranted to do the entry system a little bit different just because of those things that we just talked about. So Watching it here as it's pushing up towards the highs again, seeing if it get up through the 160s. Okay, it's up through, and then boom, there it is. A real quick move up into the 170s, low 170s. I believe it got up to 173, and then look at this, right back down that 10 cents. So I did get my fill there for 500 shares short at 170. So pretty happy that so far, at least, it's going how I wanted it to. I was hoping it would get a little bit more of a pullback here under the 160s a little bit quicker, and I actually initially put an order out to cover all 500 of the shares at 159, and I was like, nah, that's not really the smart move. I don't know why I'm doing that. I should just take a partial off here and then see if I can get the remaining shares to ride down further. So that's what I do. I take out that order. I hit my cover 3/4 button, so I'm out 375 of the shares with a small profit, and now we'll see if the remaining 125 shares that I have left go down a little bit further, because really I'm thinking I want this thing back down into the 140s, ideally, is where I would love this thing. Bit of time goes by, it's up and down a little bit, and it's coming down, and it's kind of hitting this VWAP area, and I've been watching this 156, 157 area for a while, and when it made the move below the 157, but then really didn't make any push further than that, I was like, all right, if I start to see any green come in here, probably going to take another half off just to take a little bit more here. So you can see the greens start printing there in the time and sales. I go ahead and take that half off, and then I'm just going to find a spot to put a stop in for the rest of my shares. So I adjust that down to 167 is what I come up with here. Just looking at tops of some of the candles is why I picked that. And so now I'm just going to let it sit and wait and see if it can come back down into the 140s or if it's going to come back up. And it is going to come back up here. So I actually get filled here as I'm away from my computer. I was downstairs getting breakfast and getting my pre-workout ready. So comes up there and takes me all out there at 167. But hey, still happy with the trade overall, and now up about $60 on the day. And that was where I ended up being done for it. So, in the end, can't really complain too much. I will take it. I will move on with my day, go to the gym. At least got a little bit of money today, 3 times yesterday's day. So I guess I'll take that. Obviously, it's still way under where I want to be, but just with how the market is right now, I'm just going to take what I can get, and hopefully eventually things will pick up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit like and subscribe. I'll see you later.